Al's Rant with Cayden McFarland, powered by Jack Cassee Ford.
And welcome to the Rant, everybody, with Cayden McFarland, Al Jerkins. We are on tape tonight because of the Thunder game in town, so Cayden and I have to go and check out the NBA version of our Oklahoma teams. First, let me start out by saying I'm so sorry. I apologize.
I blame it all on you.
On my radio show, I said all four teams are going to win this week.
You even threw in Notre Dame, my guys.
Okay, so 5. And I lost every single one of them. Now,
Everyone.
I'm sitting and I'm watching TU. They're up 27-7, and I'm saying, you know what? I'm off to a great start here. I'm going to go 5-0. But no. So I apologize from the bottom of my heart. I'm really sorry that I picked our teams to win. Let us begin with a game in Norman. Beautiful day. Sun was shining.
It was gorgeous. He's having a ball out there.
I'm
Look
so
at this.
sorry for thinking that Bob Stoops would have his troops ready to play in a big game such as this one.
That's what came to mind for me. Bob Stoops has lost games with OU. Going back now to 05, they've lost at least 2 every season. But they have not lost games in this manner very often. Just shooting themselves in the foot at home. This almost never happens to a Bob Stoops team. Your All-American candidate kicker leaves 7 points on the field. The turnovers on a day when your offense is moving up and down the field, it was just really hard to wrap your arms around what was going on.
Now, Honeycutt, we know he's been consistent all year long and has been throughout his entire career. The defense played okay.
Yeah, they weren't great.
But what's bugging me about this OU offense is that they cannot get a yard when they need one. And that is becoming a recurring problem for this team. What it is, I have no idea. Is it the play calling? Is it trying to do the same thing over and over and over again? But they cannot get 1 yard for a touchdown. They cannot get 1 yard for a first down.
And they have a battering ram of a running back.
Thank you. What's going on here? I'm not going to blame it on the fact the fullback got thrown out of the game. That's inexcusable. They have enough talent on this team to make 1 yard and get a touchdown when they need one.
And what you're referencing, it happened a couple of times during the game, but the really big moment was in the fourth quarter when Honeycutt missed the field goal that would have put them up 2. They actually had, a second and 1 and a third and 1, or maybe second and 1, third and 1. Didn't get in either time going to P. Ryan on the goal line.
If you want to blame Honeycutt, I get it. He had an off day.
Yeah, it was not good.
Get it. But who's to say if he kicks the field goal and makes it, they're up by 2. Like this defense has played so great that they were going to hold Kansas State without getting into field goal range to win the game on their own. I'm sorry, I can't put the total blame on the kicker. The extra point was blocked.
So you think this was just a terrible coaching job?
Yes.
Because I'm not sure I'd go there. Here's what I'd say.
Coaching job, I'm not going to. No, I just think that this team isn't that good.
Well, see, that's tricky as well because who is? That's a relative thing. Are they good compared to the 2000 Sooners, the 2004 Sooners? No.
Why?
Are they good compared to, Kansas State is now leading the Big 12. They won by 1, and OU left a whole bunch of points on the field.
Why does OU need trick plays to get into the end zone?
Well, I know. Look, I don't have a huge problem with trick plays because when you never call them, fans are all over you about that. When you do call them and you throw a pick in the end zone, you just got to find a way to overcome that.
Just play back to basic football. Just get 1 yard for a first down.
You loved the trick plays when he was calling them in 2000, right?
Not really. Hey, I don't think this team needs trick plays. That trick play was brutal.
It was.
You just throw it up for grabs in the end zone? That's a trick play? That's not a trick play.
The moral of the story is this team, you're right, they're not great like the 2000 team was great or the 2003 or 2004 teams were great. They're not like that where they can just roll out and roll over just about anybody on the schedule with a couple of exceptions. But they're a really good team that should have won yesterday. They simply made the kind of fatal mistakes you can't make against a quality opponent. And they did it at home, which the Sooners never used to do. They're now 14-4 in their last 18 home games. Stoops was 75-2. That's how he started.
Well, 2 weeks ago we were talking about their playoff chances, and I said I don't think there's going to be anything to worry about because they're not going to win out. And I didn't think it would come this quickly.
I said they would go 10-2. Did you say 10-2 as well?
I said they would
1 week ago?
lose at least another game.
Okay, so here's a question.
And come
I'll
down
stick with
a final
10-2.
record.
I'll stick with 10-2. Do you think they lose again?
Yes. Yes,
Certainly
I think
possible. You know, they're right there with everybody else who's at the top of the Big 12. They're flawed. They're not perfect, but they're not a bunch of dogs either.
I just can't get it in my brain that this team can't make 1 yard when they need it.
Yeah. No, that was big, and that's underrated. I mean, we're all focusing on Honeycutt and the interceptions. Short yardage was a problem as well.
So where